Alright guys, here we are in game 2, and whoever was lagging the first time seems to be lagging again this time.
Game paused.
Uh-oh. I think they might have thought it was me, and I believe I got kicked. I'm
Did
not
you?
in the game.
Oh, did you not join the lobby in time or something, or?
I believe I did, and then when I looked away to the stream and came back, I wasn't in the game anymore, so I think they kicked me.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that was possible. That's... Okay, well, you know what? I don't have a delay on, so you could probably just watch the stream, and
Yep.
we can try and cast from there.
Alright.
Awkward casts are always the best, I guess. By the way, I labeled the cast you, Zeph, and I sort of tri-cast yesterday as like awkward awesome. I think that's how I'm gonna refer to every tri-cast I do from now on. Just awkward awesome. Could be like the name of the series. I don't know, but guys, here we are in a second game for the semifinals. This is Rifkin. I'm casting with Quantix Masan, and up here in the top left corner of the map, it is playing from gizmo.MetHiX.
Spawning on the bottom right position is up 1-0, Acer.Bly.
Now last game, I don't know, I really feel it wasn't any one single thing that won Bly that game. Well, the engagement at the end certainly won him the game, but he did a lot of tech swapping that I don't think MetHiX was just able to keep up with. I mean, he had the wrong composition for every army he met for the entire game.
I think he actually had the right army competition against the Ultra and Warlords. He just didn't stay home and accumulate the maxed out army. Like,
Yeah.
he engaged Bly's maxed out army when he only had 150 supplies, so I don't know. I mean, but he did almost always had the right competition except for the time. Yeah, he did actually, because the is that MetHiX or MetHiX?
I don't know. I think it's.
Wait.
I thought it was MetHiX. Like I keep thinking MetHiX, you know. So I don't know. Maybe it is MetHiX. You could be right about that. It's the capital H that throws me off, so I have no idea. When I see players' names, by the way, like Select, for example, he's got the capital T. I always think like you gotta put emphasis on it, so it's like Select.
Select.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I did in the one of the first IPL series. It's like Selecto. With the Japanese
Selecto.
voice.
That's a cool name, Selecto. Sorry, we're getting so off topic here, guys. But alright, PvZ on Belshire. This is a map that is not too different from Daybreak as far as engagement spots. There are some nice areas for Zerg players to take these wide engagements in the middle of the map, even around the natural too, but equally so, there's a lot of ramps, which means there's a lot of great choke points for Protoss players, and sentry usage, a huge deal.
Indeed. Interestingly, we have a hatch gas pool this time. Coming from Bly.
He's gonna, again, try and get these lings up into his opponent's base, I feel, but this time we got a very early mothership core. I mean, this wasn't delayed in the slightest, so lings, even if they do get up here, will not be too problematic to deal with. Last time we saw so much ring around the rosy going on.
It used to be that either 14-14, I mean, speedling opening in general used to counter one gate expansion, but with a much core and hard restore, not as much. But Bly is making 14 links, and we'll see how much damage it can do with it.
Well, the catch to this too, the mothership's core, it stops the aggression at one base. If he photon overcharges the main, Bly could just knock down the natural, and vice versa. So MetHiX is, of course, only going to have enough energy for one. There's not a lot of zealots on the field. Normally, you'd try and even use a time warp to catch the Zerglings if you could. It's quite energy efficient when you've got zealots on the field, but Bly coming up here, he's just going to be like, doesn't lose a single ling. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And this isn't it. We got the reinforcements coming in now too, and MetHiX is trying to erect that wall, but it's not fully done.
It's not gonna be up.
More lings getting into the natural for the main. This is really looking not good for MetHiX. MetHiX, however we want to say this guy's name. A force field is dropped, but the Forge is probably actually going to get knocked down. Oh my goodness. No cancel.
No cancel.
Probe's getting killed here. Now speed kicking in. This could become even more dangerous.
Photon overcharge should come, and here we go.
Yeah, he's, I was going to say, he could just run up to the main at this point. I'm a little surprised he was taking that, but lings with speed, very good at running away, dodging these probes to try and micro.
Yep, 6 lings are gonna cause havoc
Ooh,
in his
but
base.
they just got the surround, so that's actually going to shut this down quite quickly. However, 14 workers killed overall, Masan. Oh my goodness. That is, that's not a comfortable number to have to lose this early in the game.
Nope, certainly not, especially if you're stuck on 2 base. He Protoss have fully walled himself off. And, well, only... Alright, so the only downside that I can see from Zerg player is that he doesn't have the 3rd base coming up. And still droning up, he...
Bly's gonna knock down this pylon.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
another 2 coming down behind this, but man, Masad, this wall, if Bly had banelings right now, this is such a weak and flimsy wall with mostly pylons holding it up.
It is, it is.
This
Does
is,
it even have a core?
he should still have the core, he never lost it, I
Okay.
believe. Oh, you mean Cyber... Oh, yeah, either way, no, so yeah. Both, yes to both. Sorry, Rift getting confused here, but I'm a little concerned here. As you said, Bly only just now getting his 3rd. He did a lot of damage, but the follow-up was a little bit slow. Not sloppy, mind you, but it was just a little bit slow.
Yep. Well, he's still up 18-20 where you can. I think
Yeah.
he can make that up.
41 to 27, just a little bit ahead.
Just a little bit ahead.
And the really disappointing thing too is like MetHiX, whatever the hell, the yellow Protoss player, he's going to be forced to use a lot of chrono energy on replacing his probes. Or I'm sure he would love to be using on like a forge or some sort of tech, but unfortunately, look at this. He's actually warping in a ton of sentries right now. I think he's predicting some sort of all-in follow-up from Bly. Not really the case, but this is, I gotta say, paranoia with this many sentries out this early. Can't blame him though. I mean, the way that opened up, that
Yeah.
was just nasty. Now, double evolution chambers coming up for Bly's. We're going to see his tech paths here momentarily. He's got the Roach Warren. I mean, he's got the ability to go for whatever he wants at this point. I mean, when you pull this far ahead early on, you kind of don't really have to worry about sticking to one particular build. One of the big advantages to this early lead.
Certainly not. Protoss is looking to break the wall down, and is he gonna push out now, or what do you think?
He shouldn't. I really feel he shouldn't. I mean, if he had maybe Immortals or something coupled with this, but Zealot Sentry, that's not a strong pushing force. He absolutely could.
That's the only chance he has, though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the Zerg player is up 20 drones still. It's the only chance I see from Protoss player is pushing out and trying to do some comic damage
You know,
while he's droning out.
It sounds silly, but you know what would actually pair well with this force? If he pushes out and hallucinates a good chunk of Zealots to go with this, because, I mean, unless he takes a fight in the perfect location, force fields are not going to be his ally. He's just got to basically try to trick Bly into killing the wrong units while he tries to do as much damage as possible, because, as you said, if he doesn't do something, he's behind, and he doesn't have a follow-up to this. Like, maybe if he was going Speed Prism Immortals or something that he was buying his time for, but he's not buying his time for anything, he's just buying time.
To survive,
Yeah,
which isn't particularly a good thing.
6 gates are more than enough to do some actual damage, so if you can get a probe out in the field, do a forward pylon. But yeah, 6 sentries and 3 zealots an army does not make. And I don't know, man. There's not a lot.
Spire finished, and yeah, there's not a lot Protoss can do at this stage. We'll see what damage he can do with the 6 gates, though.
And we're gonna talk about silly stuff here real quick. One funny thing I found is it's nothing close to efficient when you can just throw down some force fields as well, but when you hallucinate, you usually get 1 or 2 units, but hallucinating probes you get 4. And I did a troll video a while back. If you hallucinate like just pure probes off of like 6 sentries of full energy, you get a massive amount of units.
I think the Zealot might be more efficient.
Oh,
Since,
definitely.
if you
100%.
hallucinate Zealot, you still get 2 of them.
100%. I'm just saying, like, there's silly mechanics associated with hallucinating. Coming in here, nice. No, okay, it was a nice time warp. Decent force fields. And Bly just gonna walk out of that, yeah. So, I mean, he really wishes, I think, he had that second time warp. Kind of maybe jumping the gun a little trigger happy on that. A not bad engagement, though, I must say. The force field's locking the roaches into the mineral lines, using the terrain to his advantage, but he can't really muscle in here is the problem, and he needs to. He needs to knock down that hatchery, do some drone kills, something, anything, but instead he's gonna get caught. Oh no, not enough energy on these force fields, relying on the warpins of Zealot. Too many lings here. The Stalker's gonna go down before the roaches even become the problem. And then after that, well, guess what? The roaches are still the problem. Alright, good game's called, and Bly gonna go to the finals.